Yo, what's good, guys? So, just making a little recap video here of the only trade I took today. I posted on X the trade that I tried catching this morning. Ultimately, I got left behind. I do still like the bullish bias. Let me show you guys here. Kind of what I'm looking at. So, if I jump up here in time frame a little bit, reset this, kind of show you guys where I think we're drawing to between ES and NQ. So as you guys know, we gapped down a lot to start this week off. Here is that new week opening gap on ES, and the gap on NQ is a little bit higher up. So ES outpacing NQ currently to the weekly open. So given today's price action, I am feeling pretty bullish going into the later part of today. Not necessarily thinking that NQ, I'm not saying that NQ will go for this weekly open today. It's possible. But I do think for sure that ES is drawing towards this new week opening gap. And I could see potentially ES getting there today and then maybe NQ playing catch up later on. But nonetheless, this is what I was looking for this morning going into the morning session. And as you guys, if you saw my X post, I did get left behind trying to long. Down in here, I had my buy limit set on this order block right here, and then just never got tapped in. Hit this fair value gap and then took off without me, and I didn't want to chase it, so I just let it go and then waited until a little bit later to reanalyze and look for some new structure and a new possible setup to at least catch part of the move. So scaling up here to this 15-minute again, here we see price manipulate lower into this 15-minute fair value gap, and we poked into it here. I wasn't really too interested in anything. I was really just kind of sitting on my hands, and then once we got this second manipulation down below here, we did end up forming a little SMT at these lows with ES and NQ. So right here, you can see that ES creates a lower low, and meanwhile NQ did not. So NQ is not making lower lows here, while ES was. So finally we got that SMT, and then I was focused on this order block here, or this breaker block actually. So once we got price with a nice move above here, creating a change in the state of delivery, order block, breaker block, whatever you want to call it, we formed a fair value gap in here. I was hesitating a little bit. I wanted to maybe see price poke into this fair value gap before I market executed along. But then once this candle kind of started wicking back up, I'm just like, you know what, close enough. I hopped in. As you guys can see, my executions here, executed on that candle here with five micro contracts, and wasn't trying to go too heavy just because I did think that obviously a big part of the move had already happened for the day, and that it would be possible for price to maybe want to dig lower. So I did lower the size a little bit. I'm copy trading on 3 Top Step X accounts here. And yes, initially I did want to hold for a bigger swing. I did want to hold for one ES to maybe hit the new week opening gap, hit the weekly open, and potentially see the TP run up to the -2 to -2.5 area on NQ. So when I entered the trade, that was initially my thought process. That was my plan. I was going to do that. So initially my, trade looked something more like this. My stop was below the bodies of this candle formation here. And yeah, my original plan was to take it up something like this. So obviously risk reward is much greater on that. I did end up closing here at basically -1 standard deviations for just under a 1 to 2 risk reward. And simply the reason for it being is because we had an SMT divergence with ES here at this time. And then also we were getting towards the end of the macro here. So you can see the lunch macro, 12:10 ended up ending right here. So we only had a couple minutes left of the macro, getting into the lunch hour as well, and SMT with ES. So I just decided to play it safe. I cut the trade off there, took my little, $550 win across 3 accounts for the day. I did record the trade. There's no webcam or audio or anything, so I'll add it to the end of this. But I just wanted to get a little recap out there, kind of go over the thought process. And yeah, the only thing that I would say would be, obviously I wanted to initially I wanted to hold for more, and obviously this looks like it's continuing to play out towards that initial idea. So, if anything, I kind of just shorted myself by second guessing and getting out. However, I'm not too mad about it. There was logic behind my exit with the macro ending, SMT against the trade, and going into the lunch hour. I'm not typically somebody that likes to trade the lunch hour, so all of those things all at the same time, I was kind of like, you know what? We'll take it. Get a small win on the board after getting left behind this morning. I was, okay with that. Because if I had caught the trade this morning, I wouldn't have even tried catching anything later on. So it still worked out. Something is better than nothing. We still ended up with a 60-point move here. Like I said, almost a 1-to-2 risk reward, 1.79 about. So yeah, not too mad about it. Profit is profit. I'll like I said, attach the video of the recording of the trade. Just wanted to kind of go over with you guys my thought process and everything. And do let you know that like my original plan was to hold for more, but kind of explain why I ended up changing my mind. But hopefully that is helpful going over everything. Let me know if you guys caught any of the move up this morning. Definitely a nice little rebound and rally after the huge sell-off to start the week off, guys. But hopefully your guys' week is going well. We'll be back to streaming probably tomorrow after the FOMC PM news. And I will see you kids then. And enjoy the trade recording.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ chart's on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.